Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! What's going on? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports. Got another battle report for you today. It is Pacific Rim 2019, round number 2. Shyhammer Battle Reports number 312. I have done 300 9th age battle reports, not including my 8th edition battle reports, which I probably had a couple hundred or so. That's a lot of goddamn battle reports. Anyways, guys, it's Pacific Rim. For you guys that don't know, Pacific Rim is a team tournament. I don't think it's been going on that long. It's been run by Kenyon Duncan. My first thing I'm going to say right now is, Kenyon, if you don't give me individuals, I don't know what the hell my team has done. And these battle reports will have false information. And I'm just saying that right now, if Kenyon is listening. But, and if anybody hangs out with Kenyon or watches my battle reports and knows Kenyon, tell him, hey, release the individual battle reports or individual points for the Pacific Rim. Anyways, guys, what is going on? So the first round we played Team USA. We actually lost, even though I got super lucky with Jake motherfucking Murphy and I beat him 20-0. Second round, I'm gonna give you guys try to get you in my mindset of what's going on. I still have pneumonia. I am in worse shape round 2 than I was in round 1. Round 1, I actually was somewhat, my mind was somewhat there, but I was kind of just like physically just like dying. The lunch break, everybody went on lunch. I didn't go. I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna sit in here. So I sat in there. Round 2 comes. And usually when I'm playing in the team, like Team Mexico, stuff like that, I'm able to look through through my opponents and see like who should I try to match with who, right? I didn't do that at all. I told Neil, I was like, Neil, come here. You gotta help me out here, bro, because I could barely read right now. That's how bad it was. So then he's like, all right. So we're playing. Round 2, Ryan Capps' team. Ryan Capps was Captain America last year. He was the captain of Team America for ETC. And he had Joe Finlayson on his team. Now, Joe Finlayson is one of the best players in the United States. So I knew for a fact that Joe would probably smoke some of my better players on my team, or at least give them a run for their money. So that was one of the matches that I was like, oh, I don't really want Joe. And then they have also Brandon Phelps, which Brandon Phelps truthfully has my number. Then they have Josh Stewart, and they had, I forgot her name. Let me try to find it really quick. It was, nope, wrong person, wrong list. I'm sorry, but they had a girl on their team. Girls don't play this. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find it. God damn it, where'd it go? Team BDW. Sarah Ward. So they had Josh Stewart, Sarah Ward, Ryan Capps, Joe Finlayson, and Brandon Phelps. That is their team. Now, to be honest, I'm looking at it like I'm not looking at it as thoroughly as I have in the past. I see Dread Elves. That's all I saw, and I'm like, I can handle Dread Elves. I could try the Saurians. I'll fight Brandon, but I'm probably not gonna win. I'm probably not gonna win against Joe. That's exactly how I was talking, to be honest. And so we're doing the match process, and I was like, shit. And before we got to actually round number 1, or like the first drop, my brother looks at me and goes, give me Joe. I go, you want Joe? He goes, Joe's going to give everybody a hard time. He goes, I know I'll lose, but it'll give everybody a better chance to get a better match. So I was just like, done. So like, it was like the first match. I forgot if I threw out Jesse or if they threw out Joe. Either way, we ended up getting Joe with Jesse, and it worked out perfectly because that's exactly what he wanted, right? Which leaves Ryan, Brandon, Josh, and Sarah. So what ended up happening, and I don't really remember again, I'm like totally fucking out of it. I am moving super slow. My brain isn't working as well. I am like overheating. I'm sweating up a storm. I'm fucking sick as hell, and I'm just not even thinking. So I was like, Neil, help. So I was like, Neil, throw out whoever. So anyways, so we ended up getting, and I forgot the exact order, but I want to say Brandon got Neil, right? And Sarah got Euron, and I got Josh, which I did choose myself versus Josh, which ended up defaulting Ryan versus Pablo, and we didn't expect that. All right, so in all fairness, and this is a little side story, Pablo is pissed. Pablo is so fucking pissed. You can read it all over his face. He has his body language. He's angry, and I think that, to be honest, that Ryan, that Pablo thinks I threw him under the bus twice, because in 2 games in a row he got a red match. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I feel like shit because of it, but at the same, and I try to apologize to him, like, dude, I didn't do it on purpose. I don't even know what's going on right now. I just got, and that's pretty much how he sounded, and he was really pissed. So that's a little side story going on top of my game. I ended up getting Josh Stewart, and after I got Josh Stewart, I didn't even look at the fucking list. Neil comes up to me and he goes, "James, you got this?" And I was like, I think I got this. He goes, "It's the same list as Pascal's." And I was like, "What? Smith family?" He goes, "Yes." I was like, oh, yeah, it is. It's a Dread Prince on a Pegasus. It's a freaking Captain on a Manticore. It's 13 Blades of Knob, 12 Blades of Knob, 10 Corsairs, 5 Raiders, 5 Acolytes, 5 Acolytes, 2 Medusas, 3 Krakens. Bam! Exactly the Smith family list. Now, I'm not entirely too worried about the Smith family list because I beat the Smith family list with Mr. Pascal behind it. So I wasn't too worried. This is my opponent, Mr. Josh Stewart. And let's get over game 2. So, I'm going to show you really quick. Here's a screenshot. You guys could pause it and see what the hell he has. But let's go over this really quick. We are playing Diagonal. We are playing Breakthrough. Okay? I'm going to be very upfront with you guys right now. I don't finish the game. And we stop at turn 5. And the main reason why we stop on turn 5, 100% the reason, is because I am moving slow. And something that would take me normally a minute or 2 was taking me like 5 to 10 minutes. I swear to fucking God. And it was just because, like, it was just so hard to move. So I was just like, alright, let's go. I don't know, like, you're putting that shit down? Okay. So, he deploys in Diagonal. He drops everything first. He wins the freaking roll-off. I go ahead and I choose this side because that side had a fucking building, and just trying to put hordes down and all that shit really sucks. There's an impassable in the middle. Alright, so he drops on the left, far left. You can see he has Raiders all the way over on the left. He has Yema Acolytes. Then he has a Medusa. He has Blades of Knob. He has 2 Krakens next to the next to the Pegasus. He has another unit of Yema, and then on this side he has the Manticore, the Blades, Kraken, Medusa, and then the Corsairs on the far right. Now, for my counter deployment, basically, we'll stay on this side for a second. I have my Savages and my A-Rock on the right side here, basically just kind of just scaring whatever wants to come this way. I'm not too worried about it at the moment because I'm thinking to myself, like, the Spider could fuck up either the Blades or the fucking Corsairs. It's not a big problem. I don't want the Spider fighting the Kraken. I'd rather just the Savages go into the Kraken. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be basically a charge off. Over on this side, though, I put Koopa next to the BGKs as always, and basically the BGK's goal is to take out the Krakens, kill all the low armor shit, and just leave Koopa to clean up. I got the Mean Guard next to the Savages, and I got the Green Guard next to the K-Pack. They're on the hill. Zod's on the hill with the K-Pack and the Trolls, keeping the Trolls. Trolls' flank is protected by that impassable. Nothing could really see their flank, so nothing's really going to get into their flank. And that's about it. Let's go over onto his side. Let's go into Dread Elves turn 1. Dread Elves turn 1. And guys, I'm going to apologize right now. I don't have any... I have a very low amount of pictures this tournament, and again, it's just because my brain wasn't really functioning due to the pneumonia. So it was there's just a lot less pictures in general. So he's going to go ahead and move up. He's moving up. He's kind of moving up a little bit skeptically because he doesn't want to get too close to my counter charges, which is the K-Pack and the Spiders. So he's moving up like so, He's just trying to get into the breakthrough. Magic got an 8 on the flux. He's using these playing cards. And the only thing he does is like an Ice and Fire onto the Savages, kills off 4 of the Savages, and then he gets a Perception of Deceptive Glamour. Now this is a bounce spell from the Medusa. Personally, I thought he did it onto the Savages, and I kind of warned him. I was like, if you do it onto the Trolls as a bounce spell, I only need to stop it on a 2+ because they have MR3. I thought he did it onto the Savages. I didn't realize he actually did it to the Trolls. It doesn't really matter, but it happens. Alright, So that's about it for turn 1. Let's go to turn 1. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 1, and I'm just going to go ahead and call it the Wog. I'm going to Wog, and I charge my A-Rock into the Corsairs on the right. Causes a terror check. They run. They almost ran off the fucking table. I wish to God they ran off the fucking table. It would have made my life easier. I redirect, which I pass the leadership 6, ding, and I'm going to go ahead into the Medusa. And part of the reason why I wanted to go into the Medusa was it was closest thing to charge. If I could charge into the Medusa, turn around, get out of his flank, or overrun out of his flank, it doesn't really matter. The spider is in a great position. I need a 10 here, fails the charge. Okay, over here on this side, I charge on the left. You can't even really see it, but Koopa charges into his Knights of, or his Acolytes of Yema, or whatever they're called, the Dark Acolytes. He fails that terror check. They start running behind the Witch Elves. Now, I redirect Koopa into the other Medusa. Koopa fails that charge. Now, this is another one. I charge the Trolls, which have Deceptive Glamour, into his blades. And the reason I do this, it's a 10 on the dice. 10 on the fucking dice. But if I could do this, I can hit him. I'm pretty sure I'm going to wipe out the frickin' the blades. I'm going to overrun into his Yemen Acolytes back there and take out one of his wizard blocks. So that's my thought process. Can the Trolls do it? Yes, the fucking Trolls can. Boom! They get right in. No fucking picture. Anyways, magic. Don't even know what fucking flux this is, but I'm going to go ahead and do a Pyro Flow. Kill off 3 of his other Acolytes. Now, these guys actually do live. They do pass their panic, and there goes the fucking Shy Ambulance. And I didn't even get past turn 1 before the Shy Ambulance came by. Alright. Alright. Go ahead and do a Scorching Salvo, try to kill off his Raiders. I'm actually just trying to cause a panic on the Raiders. They freaking pass. Oh, I gotta text this person back for work. Yes. So I try to cause a panic here. They freaking pass. Unfortunately, I did put the spiders here. Now, I put the spiders here not really thinking about the ramifications of how I angled them, and you'll see why in the next turn, on his turn. My Scorching Salvo did do 2 wounds onto the Kraken, did nothing to the other Kraken though. Killed off a couple of his random other shit. And then over here, the Mean Guard's gonna start shooting into his freaking Acolytes. Kills off another Acolyte and does another wound here, but he lives because those fucking champions have 2 wounds apiece. And unfortunately, this guy actually just runs away and he saves his points for a later day. Over here, I'm gonna shoot my Tomahawks into these guys, end up killing off one of them, hoping to cause a panic. They don't fucking panic. Alright. Now, over here, he does like 10 fucking wounds, but with a 4-up armor and a 4-up regen, he ends up only getting 2 off. The Trolls go, and the Trolls beat the living crap out of the freaking bitch Elves, and I end up leaving only 4 left, 4 remaining. They run, and they actually run like a 12. Now, the Trolls charging this far, they're out of the General's leadership, so if I stay where I'm at, I'm not going to get his Acolytes, I'm not going to get this scoring unit, and I'm just going to turn and face some freaking Krakens. I'm like, you know what, I could overrun, get out of everybody's line of sight, let the Trolls hopefully get a freaking leadership 4 check, and my general can move in closer. So what I do is I overrun, totally out of it, catch the freaking Acolytes. Unfortunately, the bitch Elves get all the way to the edge of the board, and they actually rally there later on, alright? But my Trolls will kill his Yemas. Alright, so that's how it looks. And it's going to start off his turn. Dread Elves turn 2. Dread Elves turn 2, he charges everything into the A-Rock. Now, the A-Rock with the fail charge actually rolled up like a 6. So the A-Rock went up too far. And the freaking Manticore and the Kraken are both going in. And I want to say the Medusa. I forgot who else wanted to go in. But these two get in. Boom, boom, like so. Now, his Corsairs do rally on the right side. His magic, he gets an 8 on the Flux. Or a 3 on the Flux. I think last time was 3, this time was an 8. He goes ahead and gets Crippling Fatigue off, and I really try to stop this one, but it goes off, and he's going to just beat the living crap out of the A-Rock on his turn. I didn't even get a chance to swing. He swings with his general, he swings with the Manticore, I believe, first, and just beats the crap out of frickin' the A-Rock. A-Rock just died, and I think I whiffed on the Kraken, and the Kraken killed me, but basically, he tries to turn around like so. And the thing is, this is actually an illegal move. I told him this. It changes his center of his model because he can't just turn them both sideways like that. They could turn basically, since they're so close together, and I'll show you this picture again, right here. Since they're so close together, he could either face northeast or southwest, but he can't literally just turn west because it changes where the center is on each model. So he's like, what does that mean? I'm like, it means basically you have to stay like this. And he's just like, shit. Puts him in a bad spot. Over here, he did charge his Dark Raiders into my spiders. He kills 3 spiders. I kill one of his guys. Now I'm only leadership 6. I'm gonna run. This is where I say this is a mistake. I didn't realize this was gonna happen. He's gonna overrun, and he needs a fucking 12, to get into the BGKs, and he fucking nails it. Come on. What kind of bullshit is that? What kind of bull? I could have easily turned the spiders any direction. Again, I am out of it. I am not thinking at all. I'm pretty much in automatic mode. I'm in automatic mode even with the pictures. I'm in automatic mode with just playing the damn game. But he gets an overrun all the way into my BGKs. This is going to suck. Now, it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. The Savages, rah, boom! They get into the fucking flank of the Kraken. Now, hopefully, the Mammoth Stabber actually works for once. The big Stabadon works for once and gets multi-wounds on that Kraken. Alright. But I'm hoping to hit the Kraken, hit his BSB. And even if I lose to the flank charges on the counter charges, I just want to kill those fuckers. Alright. Now, for magic, don't know what flux it is, but my general goes ahead and rolls, and he has a freaking altered sight, and he gives it to the Savages. This is fucking huge, because the Savages are going to need 5s to hit the Kraken, but the altered sight makes them hit them on 4s. So the freaking, first off, the fucking Stabadon, boom! 1 wound goes through, multi-wounds, D3 plus 1, get 4 fucking wounds on the Kraken. Almost killed him on the first turn. Kraken kills 3 of my guys, my fucking Savages just wipe them out. That is just insane. Now, before I even overrun, the fucking BSB panics and runs. He rolled an 11 and a 12 and he fucking runs. God damn. So basically, I'm just going to turn the Savages to face the Blades because there's no point in sticking around. Turn 3, Dread Elves. Dread Elves turn 3 is going to charge everything. The Corsairs on the right are going to charge into my Savages' flank. The Medusa is going to charge the front. The freaking Blades are going to charge the front. Blades and Medusa get in. The Corsairs fail to charge. Over here, it turns all the Krakens to face my Trolls. And like I said, his fuckers rally. And then Magic. Magic, he got, looks like a 5 on the Flux. Don't even really know what he did here. Let's see. It looks like he did some debuff onto my Savages. Or this Alter Sight. I don't know what he did. And this fucker rallied too, by the way. It looks like he did Ice and Fire onto my Goblins. He kills off 2 Goblins. I think that most of his better spells got murdered. I don't even know because he has Crippling Fatigue still. Over here, these guys charge into the flank of the Trolls. Now these guys automatically win. Basically, they have a charge and a flank and a big flank. So that's -3. Even if I do a wound or 2, it's not going to matter because he's going to probably do multi wounds or whatever. So. This really just does suck. Unless he doesn't kill that freaking guy. He does kill that guy. And they're going to run and he's going to chase me down. And basically, I end up just puking on him. I do 1 wound onto 1 Kraken. And that's about it. Over here, close combat. It doesn't go exactly how he thought. He goes ahead and he swings away. And he kills off a shit ton of my Savages. He kills off 3, 6, 9 of my Savages. Which is a lot. But I go back and I'm hitting them on 3s with Battle Focus, and I just wipe out the fucking bitch elves. I wipe them out. And he's like, oh, I didn't think this through. So I'm steadfast. I'm going to hold. My general's right there. They freaking barely stick. And, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and reform. So this is where the pictures get a little funky. I don't even realize what's going on. I think this is my turn 3. My turn 3. Savages are going to fight that fight, and they actually whiff on the freaking... Medusa. Up here I charged my Goblins into now he thought he would win combat basically on this alone. He charged into my rear, my Goblins, and what ended up happening was this is on my turn. He had a charge in the rear, but I think he might have killed 1 guy, but I had 2 banners. And I think I did a wound, so I'm only down by 1. I freaking stick on the Goblin leadership, and then on my next turn, I just charge my Goblins in to his flank, and I fuck him up. Which that's the end of the combat, like 2 rounds later. The Medusa's moving closer. I don't even know what turn this is, but let's continue on. So basically, It looks like my turn. I don't understand this. I really don't. Are the fucking pictures out of order? I don't even know. Looks like I did a Scorching Salvo, kill off a couple of these guys. I go ahead and I shoot these guys with the Mean Guard, kill off a couple. And then over here, like I said, I whiffed. Turn 4, he basically charges the Manticore and the Corsairs into the flank of the Savages. Savages are just done. That freaking Medusa's going to live. And then his Pegasus is flying around. His Krakens are moving around. I believe I actually killed one of the Kraken. No, I did not kill the Kraken. I did another one with the Scorching Salvo, and basically what happened is the purple Kraken ran behind the building that's behind his hands. That Kraken goes into hiding for the rest of the game, so just so he can save points. Alright, like I said, these guys are going to get their asses kicked, and basically this is how the table looks. His one Dark Raider is alive, he just ran around. And then his other Kraken is starting to try to threaten me. I'm keeping the K-Pack close enough where they can threaten everybody, but I think he's a little close with his freaking general. And it's going to go ahead and turn for my turn, I think. Maybe. I don't even know whose turn this is. Might be his turn. Looks like my turn. Yeah, it's my... I'm so confused. It's my turn. Alright, turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. So what I end up doing is I keep the BGKs up there to get rid of those last 4 of the bitch elves. I'm just going to shoot them to death, more or less. And then I'm just going to unload all the pyro into the Kraken. The Kraken doesn't really scare Koopa, because Koopa should ideally do about 2 to 3 wounds a turn, not including the multi-wounder if I get lucky. And I should be able to kill it before it kills me. He, on average, even if he hits on 3s, which he does, he gets 5 attacks, so that means like 3 will hit, and then he wounds me on 3, so maybe 2 will wound. Those 2 multi-wounds, even if he maxes out on the multi-wound, he's only doing about 6 wounds, and I should be able to get 2 rounds of combat in no matter what. So if I could wound him with some pyro and shoot him, he might be able to give me a chance to kill him. Alright, anyways, Magic, go ahead and do a Scorching Salvo. I take out these bitches. Go ahead and I take out the Dark Raider. I end up sneaking a wound into his freaking Pegasus Lord. And he's like, what the fuck? I have a 1-up, 3-up against range. And I was like, oh, you know, just rolling dice. And I do only 1 wound onto the Kraken. But that's all I really did in Magic. I go in and I try to shoot him, and he basically lives. It's going to start off his turn, turn 5. This is the last turn of the game. Turn 5. He charges his Kraken into my Koopa, which is fine. Like I said, it's fine. Let's hope that Koopa can handle it, right? He charges his Peg Lord into the K-Pack. The K-Pack flees, and it forces his Peg Lord to just redirect into nothing, and his Peg Lord fails the charge. His Medusa and his Manticore on this side starts to threaten my Goblins. I'm not worried about it. My General will be fine if he wants to fight the General, and if he charges into the Goblins, I'll be able to hold steadfast for a while. Alright. So he gets in here. Nothing happens over there. Magic, Magic, he gets a 1 on the Flux. He goes ahead and he does Crippling Fatigue onto Koopa, which sucks. He 5-diced this bitch. He ran his Acolyte all the way over to do this specifically, and I did 5 dice to stop, or 4 dice to stop it, and I couldn't. Gets it off. I was hoping the guy at least blew himself up. He did not. Alright. So, basically, what ends up happening here is I get to swing first with Koopa. I fucking whiff. I try to kill this bitch, and I'm hitting him on 4s, wounding him on 5s, but I do have poison. Not 1 fucking poison for him and the spider. Not 1 fucking poison. Did absolutely 0 wounds. 0 wounds. He goes back and he racks up like 5 wounds. Motherfucker. Alright, so I'm going to stick there on a stubborn 8. I do. My turn, I move the BGKs over basically just to keep shooting shit, and I'm trying to kill his general because at this point nobody's going to get the objective. We get the 15-minute warning. And like I said, it's my fault because I'm moving way too slow. I'm trying so hard to even just take pictures. And the K-Pack rally, General Zod moves out of the lightest side of his Manticore, which is fine. Like I said, if he wants to go into the Goblins, I'll be able to hold steadfast for a while because he has no ranks. And then plus I have parry. So I'm like, alright, well, it's basically down to Koopa. I'm going to just try to shoot the crap out of his Acolyte, try to shoot the shit out of his General, and sneak in another wound. Alright, so I do. Magic, I kill off, I want to say I kill off the Acolyte on Magic. Shooting, I unload everything into his General, I sneak in a second fucking wound. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? With the 1-up, 3-up, I snuck in a second fucking wound. Alright, close combat, this fucking Kraken fucking kills Koopa. Koopa got 2 wounds in this time, but if Koopa would have got 2 wounds in the last time, this guy would have died before Koopa did. God damn it, Koopa! If there was a turn 6, this Kraken turns around, charges my BGKs, and I'm going to lose the game like 17-3. But there's no turn 6. There is no turn 6. I didn't do this on purpose. I swear to God. I was just out of it. He might have been able to get the Corsairs in, which would have made me lose big. But more or less what ended up happening is he has a Kraken with 1 health left. He has a Kraken with 2 health left. He has his General, his BSB, his Corsairs alive. And I think that's about it. Right? I have Goblin Chariots, and my General. So basically, what ends up happening is it's a really close game. I want to say it was either an 11-9 or a 13-7 for him. He wins, but it wasn't a big win for him. And I was just now going back to my team. My Euron wins. Euron wins big against his guy, which I think was the girl, Saurian Ancients girl. It might have been Brandon. I don't remember who got who. But Neil wins big. Jesse lost. Jesse lost in like the first hour, which we expected. We expected Jesse to lose, just didn't expect him to lose that fast. Joe came around like, oh, like, yeah, I got 20-0, but then he notices Neil's big win, Euron's big win. I have a small loss, so it came down to Pablo's game, and in Pablo's game, he was so pissy. He was so goddamn pissy that Caps comes up to me and he's like, what's going on with Pablo? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. He's upset. I think he thinks I'm throwing him under the bus, which I am not throwing him under the bus. Not on purpose, at least. And I don't throw anybody under the bus. I threw my brother under the bus, to be honest. Okay, let's just be fucking honest. I threw my brother under the bus. But that's because he asked to. Alright? And not only that, but a referee had to come and be like, Pablo, you need to chill the fuck out, man. And he gets a warning, right? Here's the crazy part. Is Pablo wins the fucking game 18-2. So we end up beating Ryan Capps' team. I don't even know what the scores were total, to be honest, but we end up winning. I think about like 11 points, if that, maybe 7. I don't remember what it was because I don't have a fucking any individuals. Kenyon, I don't have any damn individuals. You know what would be a good Christmas present? Kenyon, some goddamn individual, so I can know what the hell we did. I'm just giving him a hard time. Anyways, so we end up winning against Ryan Capps' team, and the next game we're going to go ahead and get against Mountain, what the hell were they called? Mountain Hammer or something like that, which is the guys from Denver, Colorado, which is Mike Lies, Karen Lies, David Otero, Wesley King, and I'm missing one person off the top of my head. I'm looking this up. Mountain Thunder. Larry Sturgeon. I would not have remembered that. So that's our next game. I'm looking forward to getting you guys that game out. And like I said, I'm totally out of it. I'm just glad I got enough pictures to get this battle report somewhat completed. And if you guys like my video, hit like, share, and subscribe. MVP, man, it was tough. It was really tough because I didn't really do anything like that badass in this game. The best thing that happened was the trolls and the overrun with the trolls, but then the trolls fucking sucked on the other side of the table and died to some fucking Kraken charges, which would have been fine if I would have been able to wound them up a little bit more with the Pyromancy, which didn't happen because I got fucking overrun by the damn spiders. But I'm still giving the MVP to the trolls. A-Rock failing her charge, Koopa fucking up on a Kraken, my general never got a chance to do shit, K-Pack got too close to that goddamn Pegasus. I just sucked, and then surprised I pulled out like 7 and 9 points, to be honest. Anyways, if you guys do like my videos, hit like, share, and subscribe. If you guys would like to show further support, you could always go to my Patreon. I leave the link down below. Guys, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't make any money, really any money off of these videos. I make a little bit off of Patreon, but it helps support my channel. That support helps me get to the tournaments that I'm going to, especially like ETC costs a lot to go overseas. So if you guys can throw some money my way, that would be great. If you guys don't want to do Patreon, I do leave the PayPal link down below as well. Besides that, I already gave you the MVP. The points should have been rolling up already, showing you that The A-Rock and K-Pack haven't done shit this tournament. Maybe they'll turn it around. Actually, I know for a goddamn fact the A-Rock will turn it around in the next game. Don't really remember about the K-Pack, to be honest. We'll see in a minute. Alright, guys. See you in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy this. Take care, and until next time. Peace.